later. Okay, so I just wanted to take the time introducing Valarie. Valarie is a pharmacist. She did her PhD in pharmacy. She's a PharmD, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just yeah. So she's going to go over her journey with us. When she joined, when she completed, what she was doing earlier. How did she go through the interview process, and what kind of job she's doing right now. And if there's any takeaways from her experience, feel free to ask her questions. But from me, I worked one-on-one with Valarie since she started in the course and even during marketing phases. And I see that she kind of knows what she's doing when she's applying for jobs. And even this job that she secured, she applied to the job. Of course, it might be through our sources as well, but she was applying on her end at the same time as we were doing marketing. So that really takes a lot. So I really want to highlight one aspect of what she was doing, that most people tend to kind of leave this, is when you already have a job, like how Valarie was having a job, to look for a better job or to look for a different career transition to get a better quality of life and increase your pay or increase your the whatever the career option you have. It takes a lot out of you, because you have to manage your family, you have to manage your current job, you need to take time out of your current schedule to do those calls. So I was hesitant initially to actually invest time into folks who are currently having jobs and trying to do this, because they don't have time to. It's not they don't have time. They think they don't to do it, but Valarie was able to prioritize. She was able to prioritize the calls because she knows what she was after, and she knows exactly how to get it done. So that's something that folks on the call who have jobs right now and who are looking for a career in pharmacovigilance. When you come into marketing, this is not going to be like shopping on Amazon. It's going to take effort from you. So you have to prioritize it on your daily schedule to do certain things. It might not take the whole day, but it will take probably 90 minutes every day, 1.5 hours. So that is something that I want to highlight before I leave the rest of the time to Valarie to go over our journey. And please feel free to ask questions as usual. And then if there's anything, I'll come back. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Hello, everyone. Just to talk about my journey through this process, I'll start back. I'm a pharmacist. I've been a pharmacist for about 20 years now, mostly in the retail setting. And I decided to change careers, like Dr. Abhishek said, because that wasn't working for me anymore. I'm a single parent, so it's kind of hard to juggle that life and a kid. So I decided to do this. And my friend actually had taken this course before, and she introduced me to this. And I started the course in January, end of Christmas and January, and went through it. And of course, I had many calls with Dr. Abhishek, because it's kind of hard when you're working full time and doing this. So, but I knew what I needed to do to get it done. So I took the course, made sure I went through all the modules, and then told him I was ready for marketing. And then we started that process, and it worked. So they helped me. Sorry. They sent out my resumes to recruiters, and I was applying online as well. And one of the recruiters called me and introduced this job to me, and I applied for it and went for the interviews and got accepted. So, but the modules, just my advice would be to make sure you do the modules, because that's everything you need to know are in those modules. And what I found too was even though you apply on your own, just having the marketing team there helps you. They coach you and then they help you open up to more people or more jobs. So I went to Indeed and LinkedIn and all of that and applied, but just having them send your resume out to multiple sources opens you up to more opportunities, I guess. So that is really my journey. But it was kind of hard actually working full time and trying to apply and do this. But you know, if you know what you want, you make your time, you make time for it and prioritize. So any questions or?
Valarie, congratulations.
Thank you.
When did you start this job?
I just started a week and a half into the job actually. So I'm doing trainings right now, which I did an Argus training, and Dr. Abhishek's course was more intense than the Argus training they gave to me. So it
That's
was,
good.
yeah.
Hi, Valerie. I'm also a pharmacist. Okay. And
Yes.
I'm considering changing careers too. And I've been where you are, you know, I have 30 years of retail experience. So I wanted to know what type of jobs, I mean, what is your title pretty much?
I'm a drug safety specialist.
Are you in triage or data entry or?
Oh, I'm doing
quality?
more quality reviews, follow-ups. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Congratulations.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Any more
So
questions?
compared to retail.
Oh my goodness, there's no comparison.
How is the pressure?
Oh my goodness, retail is like the death of a pharmacist.
It's like life, it's like night
the
and
light
day,
at the end of the tunnel. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still on vacation, honestly.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, me too. I was
yes,
really
you are not making a mistake. My sister-in-law actually is doing this too. She's a retail pharmacist and we're ready. She's ready to be done with that too. So, but I'm excited. And honestly, this class prepares you. So
Wow.
yeah, it prepares you.
Okay.
I won't lie.
Congratulations,
Valarie. But it prepares you. Everything you need to know.
Do you work from home?
Yes, I do remote.
Okay. You work from home.
That's
So
what I was.
Congratulations, Valarie.
Thank you.
Compared to pharmacist salary, did you have to take a pay cut?
No.
Oh wow, you did not?
I did not. Well, I knew what I wanted, so I made sure I went for it. You have to ask for what you want and be confident about what you're looking for and what you tell them. So they have confidence in you to give you what you're asking for. So
is this a contract temporary position or is it a permanent position? And
it's contract, but they have opportunities to be permanent. So it's up to me to make it permanent, I guess.
Okay. So is it for a CRO or is it for a multinational company?
It's for a drug company.
It's for a drug company, not a CRO.
No.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, congratulations on your new job. What motivated you from the current job to this? Because even I'm currently working somewhere, so I'm also trying to shift my career to this one. So what was your main motivation?
You just saw her, my daughter. I felt like I didn't have enough time for her, and she's almost ready to go to school. So I needed something where I could be able to put her on the bus and get her off the bus. So this is the perfect opportunity for me. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Valarie.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was wondering, did your role as a PharmD work for you to get to become a drug specialist? Like I'm sorry, a drug safety specialist. Is that what you said? Yes, a safety specialist.
Yes. it did in the, it gave me the tools I needed in life to apply for this job. So
Right.
some of the skills I learned as a retail pharmacist, I'm applying to this job. So
Right.
it's
So not the knowledge of
exactly
pharmacology or anything.
correct.
Okay.
Well, you need the knowledge, but the experience as a retail pharmacist is not needed for this job. But it gave me some of my, I guess, survival skills, and also being a quick learner, things like that. And you have,
Right, thank you.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. You said some of your experience as a retail pharmacist helped you, correct me if I'm wrong, it helps you with what you're doing now. So if you can, and this is if you can, if you cannot, it's okay. Can you share some of those experiences as a retail pharmacist that actually helped you?
Well, basically being a retail pharmacist, you have to be very accurate in what you're dispensing, in what you're filling your prescription and all of that stuff. So focusing or learning or having that ability to focus and be precise helps in this, because you also have to be precise and
Okay,
so that's what I mean, sorry, when I say
so you're talking about attention to detail pretty much.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Hello, congrats, Miss Valarie.
So let me ask you, this is just, do you think you should have done this before you went to well, I shouldn't have said that.
Well,
you know.
I mean, I love being a pharmacist, but I wish I had done this right after graduation.
Absolutely. Me too, seriously, because
I wish
I went and I did a master's. I wish I had known of this when I sold my business, you know.
Better late than never. So
yeah, better late than never. Absolutely.
Yes. And this class has been really helpful in giving me the confidence to transition.
Yeah. I wish I'd known this, because I remember when I sold my business, because I was looking for something to do, so I went into a master program, and I finished the master program at the cusp of the pandemic, and I could not, you know, the job market was just, you know, it just evaporated pretty much, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you share your interview experiences, ma'am?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Could you share your interview experiences?
Oh, my interview experiences. Yes, for sure. Actually, I only had one interview, but I did speak to a lot of recruiters. And this was my first interview, and I said yes. But it was interesting talking to recruiters. At first, I was nervous, but as I spoke to, the more recruiters I spoke to, the more confident I got. And also, I knew I was attentive to what they're looking for. So then I would go back to my modules and make sure I knew or I studied those modules, so I'm confident in what I say during the interviews.
What do they expect, the recruiters, from you when you first talk to them?
Well, mostly you tell them what you're looking for. Or at least for me, I told them what I needed, and I kept it short. You know, I'm looking for this kind of work. I want it remote. I'm looking for this kind of pay. And that was it. And then they'll come back to me and say, we have this position available. And I said, okay, submit my resume, or no, don't submit my resume if it didn't match what I was looking for. But the key though is to make sure you apply, because if you don't apply or you return those recruiters calls, then you don't get anything, or you know, you don't get any, you miss opportunities, I guess. But you have to make time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Valarie, and thank you for sharing your story. I just wanted to know, did you, I'm glad you said you told the recruiter what you wanted and like what you were looking for. Did that include in the type of position you wanted to fill? You know, because like they say, oh, you can be a drug specialist, you can be a medical reviewer, but just those options. Like, did you know? Was that something you got during the marketing class or course?
Well, I mean, some of the positions, they're looking for physicians, for example, for medical reviewer, and I didn't qualify for that. But you'd have to look at the job description and see if it's too technical. You know, Dr. Abhishek tells you what what we can apply for, basically. If it's too like signal detection, I don't know that, so I don't even try for that. But I mean, if you're confident, if you know it, do it, you know. But I knew,
Okay, so you
for
got
me,
guidance with what to go for. It sounds like.
well, for me personally, I needed something remote. There were a lot of job opportunities that you had to go here or there, but it had to be remote was my priority. So even if the job description was a little bit more than what I thought, I would say submit, just because for my number one was remote. And then I was hoping to, you know, figure it out during the interview. But thankfully, I got what I wanted. So the job description was a good match for me. But you have to read the job descriptions to see what they're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
How was the interview process for you?
I'm sorry?
How was the interview process, like multiple interview rounds?
It was really good. I mean, Dr. Abhishek called and I went through, you know, we went through the job description, and any questions I had, I asked him, and I made sure I went back over the modules, and yeah, it made it really easy, actually. Just knowing the modules and then talking to him helped a lot, because he told me, you know, at least coach me for the interview. Yeah.
And narrative writing is kind of something which is necessary for even associate, like drugs of safety associate.
For my job, yes.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations, Valarie.
Thank you.
Can you share us some of the interview questions that have been asked for you in the current job?
For this this interview I did, we went through, he just asked me for my experience, so I made sure I told him what I had done, and he asked mostly behavioral questions, you know, can you work with a team, things like that. But it was honestly, on a scale for interviews, I was lucky. It wasn't as intense as it could have been. So yeah. But it wasn't, I mean, he mostly told me what they needed. So,
okay.
But I just listened and asked, you know, and answered questions that he asked me. So I wasn't overly talkative.
Yeah, Valarie, did they give any assignments?
No.
Lucky.
Is it a video call interview, or how many
No,
rounds?
it was a phone interview.
Only one round?
Yeah, I know.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I know. That's why I took it. Plus, the job description was what I wanted to. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I worked hard, though. I mean, part of it was also screening what I was applying for too. So, yeah.
Good luck, Valarie, for your future endeavors.
Thank you, thank you.
So Valarie,
Yes.
can you walk us? I know you said you're going through training right now.
Mhm.
So what's your typical day like? What does it look like for you? You know?
Right now I'm just going through the computer and doing their training. So,
okay.
Yeah, I haven't really.
Okay, so do you have to open the inbox to get all the messages, or you don't do that?
I mean,
right?
Yes, there's that, but I haven't started working yet. They train you before you work, so I'm still going through training.
How many weeks of training?
Honestly,
are you going to get?
I'm not sure, but there is a lot. I'll tell you this, there are other people that have been hired a few months before me. They're still going through training, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing both, working and training.
And this is a contract position?
Yes.
Because most contract position wants you to hit the ground running, you know. So, yeah, so that's kind of awesome, you know.
Yeah.
Valarie, what kind of trainings apart from Argus, like what other kind of training you guys are getting?
They train you on whatever software they are using besides the Argus, yeah. Other softwares, and then you have their policies and procedures to go through, things like that. Yeah.
So you said like you applied via Indeed or LinkedIn, but you then was in touch with recruiters and they were telling you other jobs, those were not advertised or something like that?
Yes. So the marketing through Dr. Abhishek or through MediPharm Solutions sends out your resume, which is important to do marketing because it's a lot. You get a lot more opportunities than what is on Indeed and on LinkedIn or Glassdoor or whatever. But they send out your resume to tons and tons of recruiters, and then they contact you, and then they kind of get a feel of who you are and what you're looking for. And then they'll tell you, I have this position available or not, which may or may not be on Indeed on LinkedIn. So you also have to keep track of what you're applying so you don't apply more than once. But okay, I found that personally, I think my applications got looked at more through the recruiters than when I applied on my own. But that doesn't mean don't apply on your own.
Yeah, so how many, would you say off the top of your head, how many applications did you put in?
Oh my goodness.
Is it a lot? Is it like 50 or more? Oh my God, I can get that.
I would just apply. I mean, after work in the evenings, I would just sit home and just apply. So I don't honestly even know. And like I would put in at least one application a day or two. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Over the course of what, 6 months?
No, I did. So I started in like end of December, January, and then I went into marketing, or I think it was May-ish.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I took my time applying though. I mean, yeah. So by towards ending May, I can't remember. We started marketing. Yeah.
Wow.
Ending
good.
May.
You did good for yourself, girl. You did good for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how did you prepare for behavioral questions? Like any specific site or anything that you can share that you think will be helpful for folks who are going for marketing?
I honestly, I went to YouTube and looked, and then just went online and looked to see, how to answer questions, how to answer behavioral questions. They ask you, what's your strengths and your weaknesses. And then I made sure I wrote down what my strengths and my weaknesses were. That way I don't stumble when I'm saying it to them. And also Dr. Abhishek coaches you on that too. So if you go through their marketing, but they'll coach you too on, how to talk to them or how to answer those kind of questions. But I also did some research on my own on what my strengths and weaknesses were rather than just a generic one, So, but I went on YouTube or whatever source and
yeah, it's better to be, especially when it comes to strengths and weaknesses, it's better to be true to yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
To be yourself,
Yes.
because either way, it's going to show, either way. So it's better to just be yourself. This is my strength and this is my weaknesses,
Yeah.
And it's really I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's your strength, is your weaknesses,
Exactly.
There's nothing you can do about that. You can't fake it.
Congratulations for your new job.
Thank you.
I have a question. I'm working full-time job too. So how are you taking time after work to study, like after module and stuff like that, like after class?
Well, when we were doing classes, I told them, or at least while I was going through the classes, I told my job that I couldn't work because sometimes I work evenings. So I told them I couldn't work Tuesdays and Thursday evenings because I was busy. That gave me the time to attend the courses. And then honestly, at night, after I put my daughter down, she knows Dr. Abhishek's name. So, and well, it's almost like a bedtime story for her. So I put the courses on and we both listen to it. She'll fall asleep and I'll just keep listening. So that was part of my, that, you know, was what I did. Yeah.
You enroll in the course?
And
she knows.
So pretty much your daughter sleeps to Dr. Abhishek's voice.
Yes.
Wow.
He helps her sleep.
That's a marketing tool, Dr. Abhishek. You know?
Yes.
That's good.
put the kids to bed with Dr. Abhishek's voice.
So just in the interest of time, Valarie, just to sum up, this call, because we don't want, I mean, folks have been on this call since 7, and it's drug dictionary, so I know how they feel about the module by now. So what are your, like, you know, like there will be multiple questions on various topics, but I think what I wanted to funnel our focus is to the question that I always ask at the end of the call is, what are the top 3 things that you recommend for folks in the course right now to get into a job? Top 3 things that they need to do during the course of, you know, this modules and during job placement. Top 3 things that will fetch them the results.
I would say do the modules, know the modules. The early part of the modules, I wouldn't focus, well, I don't know the Argus system, but I would focus on the first part of it and be confident. You have to have self-confidence, and if you have any questions at all, talk to Dr. Abhishek. He was very helpful to me, and I feel like that helped me because if I had any questions, I talked to him. That in combination with the modules and being confident, I guess, in what I say helped me get the job. Plus marketing, because I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be open, have that many opportunities if they hadn't done that. Yeah.
Great. So just to kind of put everyone's thoughts on the same page. So do the modules, make sure you understand the concepts, you're able to answer any questions from the core modules, which starts from ADRs, adverse drug reactions, to safety databases, probably around 16 modules. That's one. Second thing is have a direct communication with whoever you're working. I mean, she keeps mentioning my name, but I think Lavanya does the same kind of mentor. I've seen students getting placed. So that's number 2. And number 3 is be confident before you become successful.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's it for this call. I want to keep it short and simple. I know you have multiple questions or many questions, but we'll have Rishi, who is also a PharmD, and he's also a pharmacist. We have Maureen. Maureen is also, I mean, she's a microbiologist, actually. Yeah, she's a microbiologist, and she's going to come on the call. I invited both of them for next Thursday, but this Thursday we're not going to have the class because we are going to have a class tomorrow on Medra. Probably I might have to record it because it's a video within a video, so you may not be able to see what I see. So I might answer some questions because most folks have questions from causality assessment and literature review. Valarie, if you want to log off, please log off. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Valarie. Good luck.
Thank you, Valarie.
Thank you.
Awesome. So what I was saying is, not taking too much of our time, is tomorrow we'll have a class at 6 p.m. and there are multiple questions on causality assessment. I've received emails on that. So I'm going to compile all those questions from causality assessment, and also I'm going to complete causality assessment. I think we have 2 or 3 slides pending, and I'll also have questions. I have questions on literature review module, so we will cover that, and we'll try to see if you guys can see my screen when I do Medra practically, how to code, and see if you can see the screen within the screen, but there is a technical difficulty with Zoom. It doesn't allow you to see screen within a screen. So in that case, I'll end the call, but still do the presentation. So when it is recorded and uploaded, you guys will see my screen and you will see a Medra browser. You'll see how I am doing my coding. So it will give sense of how you should also do coding. Of course, you will be trained on this once you get onto a job, but it's good to see the process before you kind of get trained again. So I'll just do that. It's going to be like 5-10 minute video, but we'll still meet at 6 o'clock. We'll not have this Thursday class, number one, and we'll not have the next week's Thursday class because of long weekend. I'm going off. So, but we will have a same Wednesday class on, like tomorrow. We'll have same Wednesday class next week at 6 p.m. Akanksha is a quality reviewer at IQVIA. She's actually taking the class on how to do quality review. Now, it's not an interview-based module. There are no questions on it, but it is good to see how she is doing it, because she got started as a case processor, like, you know, as a data entry person, and in IQVIA in the month of Jan this year, and she got promoted in 3 months as a quality reviewer because of, not just because of her knowledge base, but the way she diligently does things. That's her nature. So that's something that I wanted her to kind of show you guys how to do quality review, and what kind of system she's using in IQVIA, where most of the times the same system is being followed. But it's not about the system, it's about the process of how she's doing it. So we'll have 2 Wednesday classes this week and next week, and both Thursday classes will be canceled. And when we come back in the month of September, the first Thursday of September, we'll have a discussion group where everyone can ask questions on all the modules. So if you have any questions across all modules, across all batches, just email Akila with the subject questions for discussion board. We'll have our discussion board then after the long weekend. All right.
Yes.
Yes, Abhishek.
Awesome. So enjoy your time. I'll see you tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, tomorrow 6 o'clock.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.